just my imagination, or was that a fresh taper? I don't know. Maybe it's just me because I did it. But you let me know in the comments section. So we're going to start this from beginning to end. No sped up video. No enhancements. Just raw barbering. Old school way. Get it done right. No pushback. Nothing like that. Subscribe to the video. Like the channel. Like the video. Comment below. All that good stuff. And let's get in here. So we started off, I always cut his hair, so we do a 1.5 in the bottom because his hair is a little bit thin, so 1.5 looks kind of low. So we do a 1.5 in the bottom, we do a 2 all the way up to the curls, and then we use the 1.5 guard in the middle, and we just blend them all together. So how we're going to start this out is, we're going to prep around our taper area, so we're going to line them up around the ear just to get the canvas going. We want it to look nice so that when we're going to give it like a nice detailed look without enhancements. So we're going to start lining them up before we taper. So we're going to hit our corner. We're going to push it down, tap it. Now we're going to hit our little curvature swoop area of the taper. And since we didn't cut anything yet, we know right where we want our natural line to be, so we don't have a super high swoop. Subscribe to the channel. I can't say it enough. It makes me feel good, and I'll make you feel good with good videos. So now we're gonna start with like a little burstish taper. So we're gonna taper out that bottom part. Now we're gonna open up our clipper all the way. Now we're gonna close the clipper, and he has very fine hair. So depending on the style of hair you're cutting, you're going to want to do different techniques. But since I've cut his hair since he was 12 years old, he's a grown man now, I know how to do it. And you need to be able to identify the type of hair that you're cutting so that you don't make like a, not a mistake, but you're not making yourself work harder than you need to. As you can see, we're just, because we want to keep that detail work, so we're going to use the corner of the blade, and we're just going to go and kind of like a swooping fireball, explosion, atomic bomb, little, I don't know, that's not a good analogy, but you see what we're doing. We're going from the bald area, and we're just going around in circles. Now we got the one guard, and we're just going to basically do the same thing. So this is how we're keeping the detail in the front, is we're not just fading the front out all the way with a half guard or whatnot. So it just depends on the taper that you want to do, the style that you want to do. If you're going to do a high taper, this wouldn't work at all. But this will work on a low taper. And you could enhance this afterwards, but it's not really necessary to make it pop a little bit more. But it's just old school Bobby Johnson taper right here. So now we're just taking out little itty bitty lines, making him laugh apparently. Now we got our half guard on there. Now we're just doing detail work because we have most of it done. So now I'm just looking for dark areas, and we're gonna attack the dark areas, not with the full blade, not with the full guard, just the corner of the guard. And that way we can, if we do make a mistake, it's a small mistake, not a whole big mistake, because you got the whole guard going. So detail work, corner of the blade, corner of the guard, all that. Now we're gonna go blend the rest of it. So we have the 2 guard, and we're just gonna see what cuts up there to lighten it up. You always want to start bigger guard first, just in case, because you can always go back down. You don't want to accidentally use a smaller guard and be like, oh man, I just took it up a little bit higher. Then you got to fix it, and it's a little bit higher. So better be safe than sorry. We got our little shaver. I don't suggest doing this with people you don't know, but he has very straight hair, so there's no irritation right here on the little temple area. And now we're gonna finish with the corner of the trimmers. I got the sabers right there, brand new blade. I chipped it somehow. I don't know how I chipped it. Now we're gonna razor everything in. See, we left enough detail to where we just have a little bit of hair to play with. Not too much, not too little, just the right amount, so that we can razor that and have it nice and dark and detailed. Right there we got a little swoop in the bottom, and it kind of pops out naturally. without doing too much. So now we're gonna do the back taper. So the back taper is usually, when was a beginner, I really like to start with the back taper because I feel like you can get your groove. It's a lot easier than a side taper. You can get your groove in the back taper because it's like a big fade and you don't have to match sides or anything like that. So you can start from the back if you want, if you're beginning, and get your mojo back here. So basically, ball the bottom, open the blade all the way, close and open the blade, bottom to take out the bottom line, close it all the way, open and close as needed. Now we throw the half guard on there because we already did the fading of the back. So if his hair was longer, I probably wouldn't start with this half guard, but we know we have an extended blend all the way up to a 2. So you use your half guard right here, and we're just gonna open and close. You see dark spots, open it all the way. If you see a dark spot, close it a little bit and take your time with this. Now we have the 1 guard, and we're gonna be doing the same thing. Go up, give yourself a guideline, don't go too high. He doesn't have a real big hump in the back of his head, but you have to look for that. If someone has like a cleft in the back of their head, you have to work around those things. So every haircut is different. This is just showing you different ways of doing stuff and how it's done, just so that if you're a new barber, you get a little confidence, you see stuff, so you know what to do if you're in combat when you're cutting the hair. So I hope this helps everybody. And it's more repetition than anything. You go in there, cut people for free, cut your client, your friends, your kids, all that, and you just, the more you do it, the better you are at it, just like basketball or anything else. And you know, in your side time, watch some videos so that when you do encounter something that you're not familiar with, you have some kind of plan, so you're not just like, oh man, what do I do now? Because pretty much anything is fixable with hair, unless you know your guard falls off or something like that. But here we got the blade open, we're working at the bottom of the back taper, and we're just making it look nice. I think I've done enough talking on this one. This haircut's pretty easy haircut, self-explanatory, easy to come out nice. If they start leaning back, move their head back so you can see what you're doing. Pull the skin so that you can get the hair to cut better. The haircut is better when the skin is pulled. It's a tight surface and the clipper works better and you can see everything better. So if you're having a little bit of problems with something, pull the skin, move the client's head to where you need to be able to see it, and that's it. Let's get some comments in the comment section. Let's get some likes in this channel. Let's get some subscribers. Let's go. I got a lot of stuff going on and I'm still dropping videos, man. So if you appreciate the work, if you appreciate the effort, it's like giving me a handshake or a high five or saying, hey man, I appreciate this. Like, subscribe. It goes a long way. It takes you 2 seconds. It goes a long way for the channel. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.